My phone. Give me a second, y'all. We'll be right back. And now we back. I found it. I was sitting on it. I knew it wouldn't take long. I found it, y'all. Crap. All my stuff is dying. I ain't gonna lie, my phone's on 19%. My other phone's on like 10 to 15. My iPad's on 5. Hopefully we won't
We're going to talk about how The Rock wanted to win the WWE Championship and then walk away from the WWE. We're also going to talk about how WWE managed to re-sign a superstar and how they also released somebody else. And we're also going to talk about my WWE predictions. Let's get right on the video with the first topic, which is The Rock winning the championship. There was a new report that came out saying that The Rock and his initial match with Roman Reigns was supposed to have an outcome that would have shocked many people. The Wrestling Observer newsletter said this: at one point there was an idea for The Rock to beat Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship. Then he would give up the championship and go back to Hollywood, but then always call himself the People's Champion and walk around with that title. Listen, I love The Rock. I thought the Final Boss character was one of the best things that we've ever seen. It's the best thing that The Rock has ever done. I think the Final Boss actually helped save WrestleMania and the build-up. However, if that report is true, I have no words for The Rock to end Roman's 1,316-day title reign at WrestleMania with The Rock beating him and then relinquishing the belt to walk away with the People's Championship would have been one of the worst moments. I honestly think it would have been the worst moment in all of wrestling history. You can hate Cody as much as you want, but even the Cody haters got to admit that we got lucky that Cody won the belt, because that would have been horrible. I can't believe The Rock really thought that was a good idea. He most certainly was not cooking with that one. The WWE would have received the worst backlash ever. That would have been worse than any booking decision from Vince McMahon that the fans have despised in the past. The Rock really thought he should have been the one to win the belt and just give it up. Like, it's just terrible. It's a terrible idea. Thankfully, that did not happen, and instead we got Cody Rhodes to finish his story. That was the right call. With all that being said, I do want to say that I believe The Rock can now win the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes, and it would be fine. In my opinion, it's always been The Rock turning on Roman, then beating Cody for the belt down the line, and then losing it to Roman Reigns as a babyface. I think that's the best idea. I think that's the best case scenario. The Rock can end Cody's maybe 300-day title reign, and I'd be fine with that because it's only 300 days. It's not 1,000. 1,000 is just insanity. The Rock can do that, but he's got to finish the job and do the job for Roman Reigns in the end. That works for me. But him dethroning the Tribal Chief just to walk away would have been comical. We really dodged a bullet. At least The Rock had enough wisdom to not go through with this bad plan, because that would have been really bad. He would have been hated. It would have been worse than anything he's done in Hollywood. But even though The Rock winning the WWE title was a bad idea, a good idea that the WWE recently had was re-signing Seth freaking Rollins. And I'm happy to say that the WWE managed to do that. Seth Rollins isn't going anywhere. As we know, his contract was going to expire any minute now, and that caused some doubt with his future with the WWE. And it's a good thing that they locked him into a new deal. This has been a really good week for the WWE. First, they re-signed Drew McIntyre. Now, they did the same with Seth Rollins. Congrats to the WWE for keeping those two stars. They will not be leaving anytime soon. Seth and Drew are here to stay. Even though they re-signed him, we should remember that he's dealing with a lot of injuries from WrestleMania weekend, and Seth Rollins will probably be out of action for a couple of months, maybe even more. Who knows? We don't know how long his recovery will take, but regardless of that though, Seth deserves time off. Get well soon, Seth, and I can't wait to see you back. While the WWE managed to retain Seth Rollins, they decided to let go of another name, and that name is Drew Gulak, who has been officially released by WWE. This comes after Ronda Rousey recently said that he grabbed her sweatpants string in a weird way and never sat right with her, and after mentioning it in an interview, he was taken off TV and sent home. And it seems like the WWE have finally decided to fire him, most likely for that reason. And also, if I had to guess, I think there was some sort of internal investigation. I just can't see them releasing Drew Gulak for a random story that Ronda Rousey said in an interview. Like,
They did for Rich Swann. It was like some random person said something about him. But then it wasn't true, but he was like he didn't want to go back anyway if they would have did that in the first place.
Bounce that, make it go. Trampoline, bounce that. To
So
the
I guess he was
floor.
fake.
Trampoline, bounce that.
He could have
that just for pulling her string, it's got to be worse than that. That's just what I think. I'd say there's more to the story that we probably won't hear about ever again. As we can see, Ronda Rousey has been talking a lot about WWE, especially negatively about WWE. Well, Jimmy Smith, a former WWE and UFC commentator, had some harsh words for her in a recent interview. This is what he said about Ronda Rousey and her attitude that rubs people the wrong way. Let's listen.
I've never been a religious person, right? One of the things I've always said about God, he gets all the credit, none of the blame. That's what Ronda Rousey wants. All the credit, none of the blame. I want credit for all my wins. My losses, I had CTE and I had this and I had that. I'm the greatest to ever do it. But when it didn't work, it was so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and never me. She never gives credit to the people who actually beat her. The idea that I left MMA and went to the WWE because I had concussion problems makes no sense. If you haven't noticed, KOB, I don't talk a lot out of school, right? I don't talk about things behind the scenes, right? Do I? KOB, talk about things behind the scenes, nope. WWE, behind the scenes UFC. I don't do that, right? Correct. I have a personal rule. Let me let you in on something. Rhonda, if you are listening, the people behind the scenes, camera people, audio people, the people you can push around and the people you can bully and the people you can talk down to can't stand your fucking ass. Everybody behind the scenes that had to put a mic on Ronda Rousey couldn't stand her. I said, why? They said she was a bitch to us from the moment she sat down to the moment she got up. Like it's our fault she has to do this interview to hype something in her next fight, and she's just miserable, and she's mean to us, and we can't stand her. They were cheering when she got knocked out. This is what I was told. Because those are the people you can be mean to and rude to, and they can't fight back. Those people couldn't stand Ronda Rousey. So don't sit here and tell me that you're the victim. When the poor guy sitting behind the camera who's doing his job gets shit on by you, or you're mean to the person asking you questions when we're hyping your fight, don't give me this victim shit. Don't waste my time with it.
I'm not gonna lie, this man really destroyed Ronda Rousey with that take. This would align with some of the things she's done, especially with these negative interviews about WWE. It's really odd to see her talk so badly about the company that did so much for her. They brought her in, they gave her millions of dollars, they turned her into a star, they gave her the WrestleMania main event, and they did everything in their power to make her feel so special, and she's just been hating on them this whole time. Is Jimmy Smith right, or do you agree with Ronda Rousey and her opinion about WWE? And finally, let's talk about my predictions for tomorrow's Backlash France PLE. It looks like a good show, and let's start with Damian Priest, who defends his World Heavyweight Championship against main event Jey Uso. This one is a random match, but I actually like that WWE is giving Jey Uso a chance here. He deserves it, and he's been receiving some great pops from the audience. I think he should win because it'd be cool to see him win the belt, but he's probably not. I can see Damian Priest definitely winning this match. The next match is Bayley defending her title against Tiffany Stratton and Naomi. Again, it's really cool to see fresh faces have an opportunity to compete for titles. We need to showcase the future and the youth of WWE. But will Tiffany Stratton win? Probably not. She will not. I also don't see Naomi winning either. I think that Bayley will retain and walk out as the women's champion. She's just been champion. She's got a lot more to do. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens take on Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga in a tag team match. This might seem random, but I kind of like it. Solo needs to win. He's been booked as a beast lately. Therefore, he needs to keep looking strong. And one way to do that is by winning matches, especially against legends like Randy Orton and a future legend like Kevin Owens. The Kabuki Warriors put their titles on the line against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I've been saying this for months that they need to win the belts, and I think they will pull the trigger tomorrow in France, and it will lead to a huge pop. And finally, Cody Rhodes will defend the WWE Championship against AJ Styles, and I don't think a single soul thinks that AJ is walking out as a champion. Therefore, I think Cody is going to retain and still remain as the WWE Champion. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Wow.
Yeah, see?
Help me!